Best scene, Domino War, Episode 1, Pilot. 36. Exterior, settlement in Niesteland, day, 9:30 a.m. Several military cars park in the settlement. German soldiers evacuate the residents, raging and plundering their homes. A small, dilapidated building stands on the edge of the field. From behind a dirty curtain, Adam's grandpa, 75, peeks out. His face is dirty, not shaven. The grandpa sits in a rocking chair, watching his neighbors defying the Germans. He drinks some more alcohol from a bottle and loads his rifle. He puts the rest of the bullets into his pocket, not willing to surrender without a struggle. From afar, there are several figures visible. Gottler, 15, Vinz, 14, and other Hitlerjunges, 14, are working on the field. Dirty from the soil, they unreel a barbed wire around the estate and build wooden barricades. Finished, the boys take a break. They sit on the ground and rest. Rottenführer, 25, standing by, leaves them to get a cigarette from other soldiers. The boys laze about on the ground. Scream. Soldiers drag a pregnant woman out of a house. Her husband is defending her with his own body. A German soldier points his gun at them, shouting something in German. The man yells and resists. Two soldiers grab him on both sides and drag him to the near forest. Shot! The man's yelling goes silent. After a while, the soldiers come back. The boys watch quietly the rage of German soldiers from afar.
Pretty rough, huh?
Gottler stands back from others, not talking. The only Gottler's ally, the Rottenführer, is out of reach, which means only one thing. Vince's last chance has come. A chance to disgrace Gottler in front of everybody for the last time.
Hey, Heinz.
Gottler turns to Vince.
You wouldn't take a man down like that, soldier, would you?
Gottler does not respond.
You wouldn't, right? Do you even know how to shoot?
The boys giggle and laugh at Gottler, but Gottler will not let anyone bring shame on him.
Of course I do.
Vince reaches out under his uniform. He takes out a revolver, previously stolen from the ammunition warehouse. He releases the safety catch and passes the gun to Gottler.
So show us.
Gottler is not willing to play this game.
I don't want to.
You're scared, aren't you?
Other boys are laughing at Gottler.
I'm not.
So why won't you shoot?
Gottler says nothing. He stares into the ground, vain to find the answer.
Who should I shoot at here?
Vince looks to the left and to the right. A few tens of meters away from them, there is an old, disintegrated building. No one in sight. In front of the building, at the edge of the field, there is a scarecrow stuck into the ground.
Over there.
Vince points at the pumpkin-head scarecrow.
Would you hit it from such a distance?
Gottler keeps sitting on the ground. The boys standing above him are starving for his reaction. Gottler measures the scarecrow and the distance.
I'm for it.
Vince passes the gun to Gottler.
So show us. Shoot.
Gottler won't move from the ground. He bows his head, doing nothing.
I don't want to.
Vince shows others his supremacy over Gottler. He turns to the scarecrow and aims. The scarecrow's tattered clothing flickers in the wind. Vince pushes the trigger. Bang! The pumpkin head shatters into pieces.
Nice, headshot.
The boys give him a high five and applaud him. Rottenführer, standing aside with a cigarette, hears the shooting.
Hey, what you doing over there? No goofing around.
Vince passes the gun to Gottler.
Now you.
Gottler hesitates. He doesn't want to make a fool of himself. He's not a good shooter, and he knows it.
Are you a better soldier than I am? Than we are? You so-called Hordenführer? Or are you nothing but a sissy that weeps and cries for Papa at nights and snitches on others?
The boys laugh at Gottler. Gottler stands up from the ground. He takes the gun from Vince. Vince carves a line into the ground with his heel.
From here. You've got 5 bullets. Do your best.
Vince steps aside. Gottler stretches out his hand and aims. The boys behind him are whispering something, making Gottler nervous. Shot! A near miss. The shot passes around the scarecrow and hits the wall of the building behind. Both Vince and the other boys are laughing out loud.
Told you!
Gottler won't give up just like that. The shot was pretty near. He gives another try. Bang! The second shot is a miss again and hits the glass of the window behind. The glass shatters into pieces and a draft spins out the dirty curtain hanging in the window. Behind the curtain, the grimy face of Adam's grandpa is frowning. The grandpa watches what's happening outside. He grabs his rifle. Gottler aims for the third time. The boys are nudging him.
Come on, Heinz. Even being blind, I would make a hit if I had 3 tries.
Shut up!
Gottler tries to focus. He pushes the trigger for the third time. The bullet flies through the scarecrow's coat and ends up in the wall of the building again. There is a visible hole in the coat.
Look, some pussy has made a hit!
The door of the building opens. The grandpa comes out with his rifle.
Yeah, on the third try. And he just scraped him.
Vinz goes to Gottler and rubs his hair hauntingly.
Well, we expected it worse, right? Oh, look at his hands. Still shaking.
The old man crosses the field and stops. He aims with his rifle at the boys. The boys are laughing out loud. They pay no attention to the old man on the field. Shot! Hitlerjunge number 1 winces. Before he falls to the ground, he screams with pain. The boys stare at the crazy old man on the field.
So what, you damn Hans? You came for me, huh? So come here if you're not scared.
Hitlerjunge number 1 holds his thigh tightly. Blood is seeping through his shorts. He lays on the ground and screams in pain. Vinz throws himself on the ground to the injured boy. He takes his scarf off and ties it up around the boy's thigh. Others are staring at the old man in shock.
I'm not scared of you. I'll throw a punch at you and blow your head off, you lousy Hun bastards.
The grandpa is loading his gun.
Down, everybody down, quick!
The boys lay down in the loosened ground. There's no place to hide on the plain field. Bang! The second shot zips above the boys' heads. The grandpa is crossing the field, getting closer and closer to the boys.
Do something, for God's sake. Fire!
Gottler is staring at the gun in his hand, but has no courage to stand up from the ground and shoot. He aims while still lying on the ground. Others are lying with their faces in the soil, covering their heads. Gottler aims at the old man and shoots. It's a miss. The soldiers evacuating the residence notice what's happening on the field. They are running to save the boys.
You moron, give it to me.
Vinz leaves the injured boy and grabs the gun from frightened Gottler. The old man loads his gun again. Vinz kneels down, trying to aim at the old man with his shaking hands. The old man is aiming at the boys too. Vinz pushes the trigger quickly and covers himself on the ground. It's a miss. Another of Grandpa's shots zips through the air.
Do something, goddammit, he's gonna kill us!
The soldiers are running to the boys, but are still too far away from them. Vinz is aiming at the old man while lying down and pushes the trigger. No shot goes out. No bullets left. Vinz throws the gun in rage on the old man.
Please, help. It hurts so bad.
Time is running out. Vinz knows they must act quickly. The old man is just 40 meters afar. Vinz reaches out into his pocket for a grenade he stole in the ammunition warehouse. He stands up.
Everybody, get away. As far as you can.
Hitlerjunge number 2 and Hitlerjunge number 3 crawl away as fast as they can, dragging the wounded boy with them. But Gottler stands still. He stares at the grenade with eyes widened in horror.
You're insane! You can't throw a grenade on him for too close!
Vinz is ready to take an action.
Lie down and cover your head.
Vinz pulls the pin. He raises his hand. Shot! The grandpa hits Vinz in his shoulder. Vinz falls down to the ground, and so the triggered grenade. It falls right to Gottler's feet. Vinz is writhing in pain on the ground. He spots the grenade lying in front of him and Gottler.
Run! Run away!
There are seconds left. Boys are running for their lives. Gottler stares at the grenade in shock. His life flashes in front of his eyes. The time is like paused, and every second drags like the eternity. Gottler bends to the grenade and grabs it. He raises his hand so he can throw it as far as possible. He swings his hand. Deafening explosion. The earth feels like shaking. The voices go silent. The soldiers are running to the field. Gunfire. The grandpa's body is lying on the ground, dirty from the blood and holy as a strainer.